Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Davey's Analysis. And in this episode, we're going to VOD review a Brazil duo that placed 5th overall in FNCS Invitational. I wanted to VOD review them over all these other duos first because I'm not too familiar with them and I want to get their strats down and just learn it and see why they were so successful coming in as a Brazil team and placing 5th overall. So we're going to watch 2 of their best games. If I were to watch all of their games, it would take up a little bit too much time and the video would be like so long because there was 12 games. It was a 2-day tournament. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below who you want me to VOD review next. I'm definitely gonna check out like Cami and Seti, Queasy and Vino, Scented Cold in the future, and I definitely want to check out Noah Riley and Bad Sniper and Vortex and Hen. I think they had a crazy comeback day too. Yeah, as you can see, crazy comeback. So definitely want to VOD review these teams as well. But first, I just wanted to VOD review the Brazil team because I'm unfamiliar with them. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it and make sure you drop a like and comment down below. Just wanted to apologize to everyone watching that I haven't been uploading as much lately. I've been like working so much and school has been kicking my ass, so I apologize, but we're out here grinding. We're dropping a video on this Brazil team that placed 5th in Invitational. And guess what? They have drill split on Khan. Okay. That is really, really, really good in a set lobby in my opinion. I really love this spot. I think it's a really good drop spot, and having this on con is huge. So that explains a lot when it comes to getting 5th place. Now, if we're just looking at the loot routes real quick, we got one landing at the balloon by the water, and he's going to work his way down. He's going to work his way down to the metal bridge, and this guy is just going to loot around drill. He got his metal early on. Phzin is going to get his metal later on. And Kitoz already has his metal early on. He's just going to cap his metal over here. And I'm just going to 4x from here. He's going to look for Surge on mid-map. We're going to like watch this game in depth like the whole mid-game. Because when it comes to set lobbies, mid-game is just like the most important thing. I'm not going to lie. And then end-game is just like how stacked you are going into it. Or like how well you play. But yeah, mid-game is really important in set lobbies. So he's only going to get 200 metal at the bridge. Look for Surge and not stay there too long. Come over here and cap his metal. I love that. I think that's really smart. And they find Chrome. Okay, so right now they're running 2 pads, and then Chrome's and double. They both have double heal, both have hammers, and I am very familiar with a rotate on this zone when it comes to drill split because I used to land right side reality, and every zone that I pulled that was like this at right side reality, I would go the same path that they're going. You follow the water line and try to get in as deep as you can, but not too deep because you gotta hold kids for surge. So if you can see my little crosshair, I don't know if you can or not, but I would try to get to this bush right here and hold all these kids from like greasy and tilted. It's the bush that's like underneath the south tilted hill. But yeah, bush. If you can get in the bush down there and hold greasy teams for surge, that's a god bush for surge. So I wonder if they do that. Like I said, I've never VODed like invitational at all until right now. But okay, tagging people that are coming out of tilted fighting, some right side reality teams stopping for just a brief second, and then they're going to continue to go. And it looks like this is the hill they choose to get surge. They're not even going to get to that bush that I was talking about that I like to personally get when I was playing stacked lobbies like in round 3s and stuff like that, landing my old drop spot, which was right side reality. But I understand why they're here, because tilted is literal like grief fest, and they're just trying to shoot kids that are rotating in. Alright, so now, okay. Kitoz is going to work towards those bushes down here, refarm some wood, and Phzin is just going to sit up here and get surge. It's really important. If one person is going to go farm, the other person needs to be getting tags. You always have to be productive. So, okay, Kitoz is just getting his cat wood, going to check the vault. And Phzin is just going to keep looking for surge. Let's see if they rotate instantly. No, I don't think they have to rotate instantly with a great pull like this. Also, this is their 3rd place. It's like one of their second, I think their second games. It's a 3rd place with 3 kills. So their mid game has to be like really good if they're going to get 3rd place with no kills, in my opinion. So let's check this out. So far, they've been doing a great job. I feel like their surge routes are really good on this particular zone. It seems like they were prepared and know what they're doing on this kind of zone. And their heals are really good. They have good rotation. They're running chrome pads. I think chrome pads are really good for set lobbies. Missing out on like a triple heal is kind of like gonna hurt you in the long run if you're taking a lot of damage, but since they're not rotating too far, this is completely fine. So yeah, they're doing a great job of getting surge. I like how they're getting closer together. before this next zone pops because you want to be together when you're rotating. And just in case a team like W keys you for surge, you're together. So it's really important that they got together after getting their surge tags separated. Zone pops, and I think they're going to go instantly. Yup, they're going to chrome instantly. I love this. Notice how they're not on this like congested edge right here. They were in front of all of the congestion, holding the congestion. And guess what? They get a free path in zone now since they aren't stuck with that congestion. They were in front of all the congestion, so they have so much control on their rotate. It's so important. You don't want to be on the white line outside of the zone here. You want to be ahead of that white line so you have control on if you can rotate earlier or not. Like this team right here, Milkson and Artor, they have more control than this team over here because they are in front of them. So they can choose where to go, like when to go, I should say, and how to rotate it before they can. The teams on edge, they have to wait for the teams in front of them to go. So that was my explanation on why it's so important to be in front of the congestion. So yeah, they're gonna go instantly. Why wouldn't they? They have really good surge, and you're not gonna see them get too deep in. I like this play right here to potentially go for extra heals down here, and then I love Kitoz is gonna build a little tower to get surge. Really smart to get extra heals from down here. They have two different little surge towers going on to get two different angles on kids rotating in. But notice how they don't get too deep in. They don't want to get center zone, even though they could have gotten center zone, because they need to get surge. Your rotates need to make sense. Their rotates make complete sense because they want to get kind of deep, but also in a spot where they can get surge. And they get a great pull. So what I would do right here is not move whatsoever. Hold everyone, then go in last second. Hold everyone for surge and go in last second. And that's not what they're going to do at all. Okay. They know something that I don't. Oh, they get a free kill out of that. That was good. And some good surge tags. They're going to get in and just hold everyone. They're not going to go in last minute. They want to be safe rather than sorry. I respect it, but I definitely wouldn't have done this. But maybe they know something that I don't, evidently, if they're placing 5th in FNCS Invitational. So, and I'm not there. But, okay, they're holding these kids. They're doing 240 above on surge. Is really good. And they get a max half and half pull. I suggest they're probably gonna just low pad this maybe. Kitoz takes a lot of damage there, but they've been doing great with heals. Look at that. Really good with heals, and the extra heals really helped them out there. We're gonna slow it down to 2x right now. They're just gonna do a high pad actually. Okay. High pad is way better than a low pad here because they can get deeper in the half and half. And they aren't like stuck on all that congestion back there. So I like this. I think this is a good idea. Gonna go up to, not gonna be stuck on low ground, so they have like a clear pathway to pad if they're going to. Look at Vino and Queasy on high. Of course they're on high. Why wouldn't they be on high? We're definitely gonna VOD review some other teams as well in the FNCS Invitational. So just comment below who you want me to VOD review next. I'll get to a lot of these teams. It's gonna be a lot of content for us. I got a VOD review so many teams before the new chapter drops next season. Really excited for that. But okay, let's keep in mind where the zone pulls. So the moving zone pulls for them. Now take a look at this map, yo. Everyone is back here. They chose to get deeper in, and now they can rotate freely and just chrome frontside. Why are they chroming frontside early before the zone pops? Because no one can hold them. They scouted it. They pre-planned that. And if zone pulls that way, they're like, okay, we can rotate instantly. They rotate instantly. Great job pre-planning right there. And now they could hold high if they wanted to, but I don't think they want to invest those mats to do so. I think they're just going to, look for kills and then pad once the zone is on their back and maybe land on high if they could. And this appears to be a solo clutch too, so it's going to be interesting. We're going to watch how Phzin goes down. Coordinated with the pad, they know who's going to jump on it first and who's going to edit. That's very important. I know it's a small thing, but it's important. Okay, Phzin's going to go for these tops right here. And he's going to leave it alone. Kitoz is going to make sure that they're deep in. I like it. He's going to drop Kitoz mats. So it seems like Kitoz is the IGL here. I've never VOD'd this duo, like I said, first time, so you learn something new. They're going to chrome this rotate. They don't have pads anymore. Okay, let's watch how Phzin dies. Not okay. Kitoz gets the low ground with that chrome, and their mats are really good. They had a really good mid game, And I don't think they've gotten a single refresh, and they still have mats like this. Impressive and rewarding as well. Having a good mid game will make end game a lot easier for you. So they can just like play for refreshes now. So second moving, they take an effort to drop the low ground. I think that's important to recognize. So it seems like they want to play for kills. Alright, so we don't really know what happens because it cuts out, but it appears that Mero and Booga just pressured them and got Phzin down to 1 HP. And now they're pressuring the back. Phzin's going to try to edit out, see what Kitoz does. Kitoz is trying to... I love what Kitoz is doing right here. He's trying to take another angle to like get them to back off. A lot of players wouldn't do that right there. I think that's really smart. But let's see what happens to Phzin because he's going to go down. 4 builds. Okay, they take the cone. Unfortunately, it's a 50-50 there at land. And he's going to go down. Unfortunate. He can't make another box and edit out because he only has 4 builds. So Kitoz has a really good clutch here. And one reason why he's going to have a good clutch here is because he has 500 mats. And really good heals too. And chromes. So he has 500 mats. That's more than some of these duos have combined this late in the end game. The lobby, as you can see, died out. It's top 10, and this is the end of second moving. I'm pretty sure. So lobbies die out quick in set lobbies because, you know, a lot of teams are shambles this late. So let's see what Kitoz does here. Gonna fast forward because it's bugged. All right, he's gonna chrome. Get all the way front side without burning any mats. Chromes are really good for solo clutching in this situation. Right now he has 9 builds to work with. He got front side, he's doing a good job. He's just looking back for a kill. He's top 7 right now. To get 100, he sees some mats, he's gonna go for it. Not a lot of mats there. He has 0 builds, he's gonna play Storm for kills. He has 6 chugs, please don't die with these chugs. Gets a kill on Vino. He's gonna play his chugs, and it's 2 duos alive, so it's gonna be hard to get top 2 here. And unfortunately, we're not going to see what happens, but he runs out of chugs, and one of the duos, they're going to just take him down because he is solo and Storm. So, really good clutch from him. I feel like they played that very well, and as you guys can see, just having a really good mid-game plan like they did, surge routes, knowing what to do on every single zone and where to go to get tags, and knowing where kids are going to rotate so that you can be in front of them and get tags on them to have a really good mid-game like they did. That's why they had such a good end game. I mean, even with a solo clutch and one of their teammates going down, they were still able to get third because of their mats. They still never got a refresh that whole entire end game, except for when he got some like refreshes towards the end when he was solo clutching. But since they had such a good mid game, they didn't need refreshes at all that entire game. So, like I said, lobbies like this, mid game is the most important thing, and off spawn like loot routes, surge routes, and off spawn being conned or not, and just knowing where to go in certain zones and how to rotate, etc. They have it down to a T, as you can see. And we're going to get into one more game, but I hope you guys definitely learned something from that game, and let's check out the other one. Alright, so this game, they're going to get 7th again. No, I'm sorry, they're going to get 7th. They didn't get 7th again. They're going to get 7th this game, and this is their second best game, which is crazy. They just got a lot of, like, 7th places, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and that 1/3 was their best game. So it's just consistency at that point, and I feel like we can have a really good understanding of why they're so consistent. Because of their consistent drop spot, consistent loot routes, and understanding of how to rotate. So, yeah, and this is another South Pole from them. So we're going to see maybe some similar rotates here. And wow, look at their loot this game. Crazy. They don't have the chromes that they were carrying like they did that last game. They have triple heal here. So it's a little bit different, but really good shotguns and AR upgrades. They're shooting people off the blimp right now. The blimp used to be at tilted during this invitational. It's not anymore. And yeah, they're getting tagged up from the blimp, but they're doing a good job at trading with the blimp. I'm sure they're going to find some extra heals maybe on the way. Right now he's just capping his wood. And they're going to stay right here looking for tags. Okay. Interesting. They have this team coming up by them. They just let that team rotate without tagging them. That's unfortunate. They didn't see that team. But right now they're still trading with blimp. I don't really know how they're doing on Surge right now, to be honest. Okay, we have Phzin looking. Oof. Loses a trade right there. It's going to take a lot of damage. Then the zone is going to pull even more. Oh my. Look how south that pulled, yo. This is not the most favorable zone for them, but at least they get this river to rotate quickly. So Phzin's going to carry a harpoon and burn the two chugs that he had from earlier. I like that. That's a good decision. Yo, look how early they are, though. They're doing a great job at rotating pretty early. I'm surprised. I feel like they were going to get like screwed over on this zone. And at 220 above, it's not too bad. Doing a great job managing surge. Then you're going to see them box up right on edge. And guess what? They're going to get so much surge at this position. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Your rotates have to make sense with surge. And yes, they could have gotten really deep here. But they know that they're going to need more surge. Why not just sit here in a power position and hold everyone that has to rotate in? Like, look how many teams are in storm and stuff. And there's no one in front of them as well, so they dictate when they can rotate and how they can rotate. I was saying it earlier, they're not on that congestion edge, so they have the freedom to go whenever they want and choose whatever spot they want since no one's in front of them. And they're just racking up surge, so. I know it sounds a little bit repetitive, but that's how it is in set lobbies, and they're just doing the right thing. And now they're going to hold in all the kids that were on congestion because they were in front of them. And as you can see, they never choose to box up on that white line of the circle. They get in a little bit deeper so they can always stay in front of the congestion. It's really important. Alright, they get a max pull here. I assume they're going to try to go instantly. I feel like they can because no one's in front of them as well. Alright, we have Queasy and Vino just like full tarping under them. I guess they want to wait for Thomas HD to go. Okay, they're going to let Queasy and Vino go in front of them first. What's the plan here? Are they really going to low pad this? I feel like they definitely could have ran this rotate. But they wanted to be extra safe. I don't know. I feel like they could have followed Vino and Queasy on that rotate. I feel like padding wasn't the smartest idea, honestly. Queasy and Vino got in freely. They could have just followed them. So let's see what happens here. I think Phzin gets like hit for a lot of damage, so I want to check that out. Alright, so Commandment and Avery I think hit him hard, or Grolls and Rifty maybe. So he's going to extend, make a lot of space, and metal. And they are just going through it right now. Commandment and Avery are box setting them on one side, and they got another duo trying to fight them on the other side. So they're going to try to extend a different way from both of those teams. And now they're getting sprayed in their back, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, they got lobbied just a little bit. And I think it's because they should have rotated on foot earlier with Queasy and Vino, either right behind them or maybe in front of them. But, you know, they're alive. And now they're going to be forced to pad probably this half and half as well. Unless they can reuse one, but that's a bit risky when you don't have chugs. Heals are not that good compared to last game. They've been taking a lot more damage because the rotates haven't been as good as we've seen. Alright, they land in zone. That was a good pad. But now they don't have pads for moving. So this is going to be interesting to see what they do and how they get 7th place. Their mats are meh, not the greatest. They get a max first moving. We got 940 builds from Kitoz and 580 from Phzin. A little attack sprint. Maybe like a little 2-3 second roll on that, so they're not right on edge, so that's good. Pretty free little attack sprint. I like what they're doing here a lot. I like how he's building too. He's not just gonna like run out in the open, you know what I mean? I like that a lot. Phzin just looking for some surge tags, getting people to back off as they do that rotate. That's actually really smart. You're not gonna see him brainlessly like try to kill someone, but you're gonna see him be aggressive because they need surge. Now they're gonna they get 200 below. They realize that they went from like 1 below to 200 below. So now they're box setting a duo for surge. I like how Kitoz goes dead side here. I think that's really smart. And he's gonna fry a kid for surge. This is so good. I love him going to dead side and then just frying a kid for surge. I think that's really smart rather than just like jumping in.
Like, I know they're 200 below and they need a lot of surge. They need to recover a lot, but this is just a way better option than just 50-50ing. Going a dead side, so you only have to worry about one side, and just spray someone for your surge. They're still gonna need a big chunk of surge, and with only having minis, it's gonna hurt them. So let's see what they're gonna do here. Alright, so we have no clue how they just killed this duo, or solo, but they killed these guys. Unfortunately, we couldn't see it because replays, you know, are just awesome. They still never fix that. We love Fortnite. But yeah, they get the kills they need, and honestly, they didn't even need that surge because look at the lobby. There's only 28 alive. So now we have like over 500 mats for Kitoz and Phzin just 300. So let's see what we do here. We drop low ground. I like this. No one's on low with them right now. So it was a free little low ground take. I like that. They're staying front side. They're not even... Like, you don't see Phzin looking for a kill by himself. He's right on his IGL, and they're focusing front. Wow, great drop down play from him with the harpoon, bro. That's like some Mr. Savage stuff back in the day when he was like a god with the harpoon. I like that. If you know, you know. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. But, bro, that was so good. He picked up that harpoon once he used those 2 chugs earlier, and look at that. Gets a free refresh. And look at those mats now, yo. Love that usage of the harpoon. That was smart. And now instantly going back frontside zone. That was a big heads up play. I love how they're so quick to go back frontside to try and maintain low ground. Unfortunately, they're going to lose it after getting that refresh. Clicks and Dukes took low ground and sent it to Colder down there too, contesting it as well. I love how they're not forcing low though. They go up a layer because they don't have low established anymore. And now they're trying to kill a solo. But unfortunately, Clicks and Dukes are going to shoot Phzin in the back. His awareness wasn't the greatest there, and they're in wood, so... Now they're getting aggressed by Clicks and Dukes, and Phzin is running for his life. Manages to get away somehow, but he's going to go down. And now Kitoz is left to solo punch. Just gonna lurk in these old builds, he only has 3. Oh, he definitely should have killed Vortex there, but kind of choked. But still a really good game from him. I feel like maybe better awareness with Clicks and Dukes and just being a little bit slower on that kill to kill on that refresh on Malabuka. Maybe like don't just full jump in wood. Like just be smarter about that. I don't know. I feel like there's something they definitely could have done better when it was like killing Malabuka, because just running at them just drew attention to the low ground team, and then they lost like attention to Dukes and Clicks, so they just got like shot in their back. But their awareness wasn't the greatest there. But still a really good game. Some rotates weren't the greatest there. Definitely could have been better. I think they didn't need to pad that half and half. They could have just did what like Vino and Queasy did. But still a really good game. I really enjoyed VODing this duo. They're really talented, really good. And I definitely need to VOD them more. I mean, they're the best in Brazil, in my opinion, if they just placed 5th in this invitational. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below who I should VOD review next. And until the next one, guys, peace out.